I'll be right. All right, YouTube, that was accidental, okay? Radio was going when I started the camera. I turned it off, so don't block me. Don't. Just don't. Don't. YouTube? No? All right, I just went home for a minute because I had to. So I left work for a couple hours. I'm going to have to work an extra hour today, maybe an extra hour tomorrow, and get your ass in there. And no, you ain't getting in there, fool. I let one person in already. Shit. All right. Sip lock. You know, sipper effect. It's called sipper effect. One car, not two. I'm letting you in. Fuck that. Wait. Oh, these motherfuckers trying to get ahead. Fuckers. Oh, shit. What the fuck? People. Sheeple. Creeples. Is that a word? Creeple? No, that's not a word. Alright, I have to go home for a minute. Something personal happened, and so I spoke to the manager there and said, hey, you know, I just need to leave for a couple hours. Would that be okay? You know, would that just be, you know, just 2 hours less of my paycheck this week? Or, you know, she said, oh, they'll just work, you know, an extra hour and today and an extra hour the next day, or however you got to work, and just make sure you work 40 hours. They want me to work 40 hours. I can't work any less. So I got to make up 2 hours. And tomorrow, my wife is going to go to a job interview with Blizzard Entertainment. Awesome. So, and she's applying for Game Master position. I don't know how much they get paid, probably nothing, but, you know, she's already a WoW player. She's really into WoW. And she has one max level character. And she's happy with it because she always plays that one character. She has a few other characters that she has, maybe like one is 45, another one's 10. But she loves this one character. She really developed her and got her where she wanted. And now she wants to, she's going to be working for Blizzard. I mean, well, she's going for a job interview tomorrow. But knowing my wife, she's good about getting jobs. Trust. She can get a job easily. She'll walk in there and they'll be like, hey, you can start tomorrow. Most likely, she'll walk in there 15 minutes later, she'll be done with the interview, then she'll probably either be offered the job on the spot, or she'll get a call, and then she'll have to show up for training, probably, if there is a training course, to do what Game Masters do. I have an idea what a Game Master is from watching The Guild, but I really don't know what a Game Master does. In a way, I mean, if someone came in and said, hey, what is a Game Master? I'm like, I'm not a gamer. Never was good at video games. I can play some games. I even suck at Pac-Man, okay? Anyway. Yeah, I suck at making noises too. But, yeah, I'm not a good Pac-Man player. There was one game called Blasteroids that I actually maxed out on. And Blasteroids is sort of like an upgrade to Asteroids. And it was in color. And what I liked about it, they had some subwoofers at the bottom of the game console that kind of made it extra, had extra sound to it. It had some neat music too. It's like, But anyway, Blasteroids was a cool game. And at the end, or every level, you have to battle this creature that had all these little tentacles. And these little spaceships will come out of these tentacles, and you have to fight it and blow him up. Well, in the end, he was humongous. I mean, you have to figure out a strategy to take him out, and you figured it out eventually. Just like any other video game, you figured out how to beat how the game was developed. If you saw a lot of smoke, there was a car smoking back there. A lot of smoke coming off the back. But yeah, so Flashing Lights, I love that game. Another game I liked, which I sucked at, was Defender. Now, does that take you way back to some folks? Defender came out probably when I was in high school. And I think it was by Namco, one of those major video game makers at the time. And it was a fun game. You know, it was colorful, it was cute, and very low-res graphics, but it was colorful, especially when the ship blew up. It would change different colors, and then it will, you know. I think Defender is one of those classic games. You know, just like Pac-Man is a classic game. Donkey Kong and Mario Brothers is a classic. You know, they're all classics. You know, they really are. And video games have come a long way since then. You know, with these fancy-ass graphics. I mean, if you saw my vlog, I think it was the 23rd, June 23rd, when I went to Fry's Electronics, and I was looking at some cameras. At the same time, I was also looking at some desktop computers, because I would love to get the Windows 8 Slate, the Surface. At the same time, I would like a really powerful computer. And this is what I'm going to use it for. I want to use my desktop for high-end video editing. So when I hit File, Render As, and start rendering 30-minute high-definition movies, it may take a couple hours. I don't have to sit there and wait for it to get done before I can use my computer again. I can just let it render, get on my Surface, and play around and do other things. And use my Surface for, you know, other things that I need to do. And so that's what I really want. I want to get the Surface when it comes out. And I was thinking about now getting a really good desktop that I can use. If I don't buy a laptop for my wife, that is the only thing. Even so, let's go back a little bit. If I do buy a laptop for my wife, then I'm going to take her computer that she has now, that would be mine, wipe the hard drive off of it, install Windows 8 Preview, and Office 2013 Preview, and just have at it, and just be happy with it. I know it's not, my laptop's not touchscreen, it isn't. I don't care, because really and truly, I understand how to use a computer, and with watching enough videos on YouTube on different Windows 8 reviews, I know where the start menu is at. I know where the chimes menu is at. You know, the charms. Yeah, charms. I understand where a lot of these things are at. And I understand that you can still use widgets. Microsoft doesn't want you to use widgets anymore. They have discontinued the widgets program. But I understand that you can still get them. I like the performance ones, where it shows you the performance of your CPU and your memory. I love that. All right, let's check that out. I'm definitely getting a Microsoft Surface tablet. I want the Windows 8 Pro, not the RT version, because I want a full desktop experience when I'm on the road. I want the full desktop experience when I'm on the road, and I want the power. I want the 128 gigabyte version. I want that because I'm going to use up all the memory. Even though I have a SkyDrive account, my SkyDrive is already at the max, 32 gigs. I may upgrade it to another 32 gigs by paying like $15 a month. And you may say, well, damn, how did you get that much? That's because I already had 25 gigs, whatever it is. 25 gigs, I already had 25 gigs worth of stuff on my SkyDrive. Microsoft allowed me to keep my 25 gig limit. So they didn't decrease it to 7 gigs, and they didn't email me saying, hey, you need to either pay or we're going to start deleting your files because right now you got way above the limit. People who had our stuff on there already are able to keep that much stuff on there. Now, I don't know if that's going to last a long time, if that's going to be forever, or if that's going to be for a limited time. That is not sure, or if Microsoft is still working on a plan for people who had very large SkyDrive accounts already. I really think that Microsoft shouldn't have got rid of these SkyDrive limits, because that would have kept them way above the others. Dropbox only gives you 2 gigs for free. Google Drive only gives you 5 gigs for free. But even still, SkyDrive gives you 7 gigs. So I think that is slightly better than the competition. And it's really not that much to upgrade Google Drive or SkyDrive. It's just a few cents, well, a few dollars, like $10 a year, and you can have an extra 10 gigs or something like that, which is not bad. So if you have 7 gigs, you get 17 gigs. And I think Google Drive is the same way. It's like $10 for an extra 10 gigabytes or something like that. I don't have the price in front of me, but I think it's a good deal. And I was lucky to be one of the ones that was able to maintain my SkyDrive limit, because I already had stuff on there that was a lot of stuff on there. Trust, there's a lot of stuff. I like SkyDrive, and Google Drive does just as good. Basically, what Google Drive and SkyDrive does, the same thing with Dropbox, the exact same thing, is it creates a folder on your root username directory. So it'll be like C:/users/ your username for the computer / SkyDrive, Google Drive, or Dropbox. And so it opens up, and the files are on your hard drive. But what it does is synchronizes whatever's in those folders and any other folders that you told it to synchronize with, like My Pictures. If you want to synchronize everything in My Documents, you can tell it to synchronize other folders on your hard drive. And it will synchronize all that. Then, if you go to another computer and you sign up to the same SkyDrive account, it will download and synchronize all your files no matter what. So, on my slate, I can have SkyDrive. On my desktop, I can have SkyDrive using the same username and password, SkyDrive account. It will be nothing for me to just simply synchronize it, because it will do it for me automatically. Automatically, it will just synchronize those files. So that's a good thing. I signed up for an Outlook account, and I saw a lot of reviews talking about that if you try to merge it with your Live account, it will ruin all your settings. So I signed up for a brand new Outlook account, and this Outlook account with this sHiZ at outlook.com is going to be my Windows Live ID / Xbox Live ID sHiZ account. So I'm starting from fresh. I used to have a Windows phone, so all the apps that I bought under my old Live account are lost. I'll just have to start from scratch. And I'm not that terribly hurt by that, really. It's just another account, and I'm going to use that account because what I want to do is change my identity. I've been using LabinX for years. LabinX, that's going to be explained in an article probably in the future. It's a long explanation. But LabinX has been used for years. And what I want to do is rename myself to sHiZ on all my social networking sites known as sHiZ.us on my site. In fact, I may get sHiZ.com that will redirect to sHiZ.us. I may do that someday. By the time you see this video, I probably will have already done it. So, it's a good thing, and I'm happy with it. I mean, Outlook.com is great. It's beautiful. Now, here's the only problem, and I hope Microsoft fixes this. I have an Office 365 account, which has all my domains added to it. So all my emails are routed through Office 365. All my, vanity domains. And it also uses Outlook.com as a portal to my email. There may be conflicts there on my computer. So the only thing I can see to work around that conflict is to use Internet Explorer for my Office 365 account and use Google Chrome or Firefox for my Outlook.com. And I was thinking about using Google Chrome to access all my sHiZ accounts. I don't know. I haven't really decided how I was going to do that yet, but once I get my own computer, I may set that up. And I may go ahead and just use my wife's laptop as a desktop, render my videos on that, and use my Microsoft Surface as just a computer that I can take with me on the road, and to use when my computer is doing some heavy rendering. You know, anybody who edits video, when you render a video, it completely takes over your computer. It's hard to use your computer unless you have an ultra, super duper octo-quad processor, 8-core processor, and you got 50 billion gigabytes of RAM, which I know is not available yet, but let's say you have. Then I can see where you can render video with a 5-hour video within 1 hour and barely use up any processing power because it's using nothing but hardware acceleration. So your computer is freed up to do whatever you want. You just minimize the rendering window and continue doing what you're doing. That I can see. I may, with the laptop that I want to get for my wife, I may go ahead and purchase a nice 21-inch widescreen monitor that I can hook up beside it for to have more room to move things around. So it'll be like a second monitor kind of situation. Should I get a touchscreen? Well, touchscreens are expensive now. They're not cheap. A good touchscreen monitor that can perform the same way that I'm just trying to pay attention here real quick. The same kind of monitor that has the same touch performance as like a mobile phone and a tablet. Those are expensive because it's multi-touch and all that stuff. Those can get pretty expensive. Just like Steve Ballmer made a comment at the the Office 2013 release when he was showcasing that big monitor by Samsung Pixel Sense, and it's like, yeah, the one thing we got to work on. This is how he talks. Is that we got to figure out a way to reduce the price. But this is awesome technology, and we can see a lot of offices using this to do PowerPoint presentations. Yes, and my name is Steve Ballmer, and I approve this message. He should run for he should run for some type of political position one day. He should. I think he should start off as a senator or something. I think he'll be an excellent senator because he's not ready to talk, and I just don't know how to talk because for some reason my voice is always like this, and my Windows this and Office 365 that and Windows Phone this and all kinds of bullshit. This is because this is how I talk, and I love Microsoft. Me and Bill Gates are buddies. We hang out on the weekends, have a couple of Heinekens and beers. And all kinds of bullshit. Peace out. Going to work.